This next poet, we were having a youth poetry club meeting actually at Ravenheart. Oh, I'm sorry, Heart of Sedona Coffee. It's always Ravenheart. It'll be for Ravenheart forever. So just get over it, people. All right, whatever. So we're meeting at Ravenheart, and we were having that because it was a holiday and everything. So in walks this young lady, right? And she's already been in Manhattan a while because she walks in with this like, "I'm from New York. Go ahead." No, really, go ahead. Yeah. And so we're not going to mess with her tonight. Because she just, don't mess with her, please. All the way from New York University, please welcome up Miss Julia Zimmerman.
Hello. Is this good? Yeah. Cool. As Chris said, I go to college in New York, and this poem I'm going to read is new. It's about, I go to poetry slams every Friday in New York, and I've heard 4 different anti-Arizona poems since I've been there, and about no other state, just about Arizona, because of SB 1070, but they tend to generalize a lot, and it bothered me, so I wrote a response poem. I might allude to illegal things, and I would tell you to just pretend like it's not happening if it makes you uncomfortable, which really is my advice in all situations. So here we go. Thoughts upon moving to New York. Everyone smokes. The graffiti is like cave paintings. It doesn't smell good when it rains, not like home. Everyone is fascinating. I'm not cool enough for Brooklyn. I'm not skinny enough for Manhattan. And the discrepancy between the availability of East Coast weed and West Coast weed is real. And I go to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe every Friday and make sure not to say where I'm from. I came to the Nuyorican to absorb the wine-soaked breath of brilliance because my poetry teacher, a beautiful and graceful woman who made the reverse journey, said that this place saved her life. As soon as I walked from the garbage-scented rain into this room and crammed myself between a neo-beatnik and a woman with the most enviable shaved head I've ever seen, I felt my heartbeat take on a new rhythm. Every Friday, I go to the Nuyorican because it saves my life. But every time I sit paralyzed while I listen to poems, beautifully crafted, audience holds their breath kind of poems about the place where my voice was made. I left Arizona because I got sick of mountains made of rock and mouthfuls of dirt. I wanted metal canyons and the kind of energy that crystals can't provide. I did everything I could think of growing up to adopt the impervious attitude and culture-thick refusal I thought ran in the blood of every New Yorker. While the pretty girls took French, I'd learned Spanish. I laughed with my friend Oscar, who watered flowers with Chihuahua puppies in the pockets of his cargo pants. 23 years old and a resident of the greatest country on earth for 22 of them, he left for a different state when SB 1070 passed. I witnessed the population of my former elementary school cut in half, so I attended every protest. But I was never convinced to stop loving where I came from until I came here. So cut a star out of the flag, construct metaphors about the Pledge of Allegiance, but know that you are too late, because I wrote that poem, and so did every poet in Arizona. I know that from the outside in, it's easy to use the name of my state interchangeably with Republican or racist, so I invite you to spend some time there. Come and watch the sunset and forget what gray is. Relax your shoulders. You can spread your arms out in the west. Touch Mexico. Close your eyes and listen to the retaliatory cries of intellectuals and, yes, Democrats. It is louder than the sound of the swooping buzzards. I don't mean to undermine the beauty of this city's people. Bandaged in patent leather, dripping in self-assurance, the girls in New York are what I've wanted to be what I've always wanted to be when I grew up. But there's no shortage of perfect women in my home either. Yes, poets, we have Jan Brewer. But we had Napolitano, and we have Giffords. And her resilience is echoed in all the bones of the saguaro cacti and reflected in the shiny faces of your skyscrapers. Arizona has my family. who during sweat-soaked days of talking back to CNN taught me not to kid myself that one voice alone might not make a difference, but it's very important to have one. Nuyorican, I am Arizona, and your poems aren't about me. In Arizona, it smells good when it rains. We have hieroglyphics and a shortage of graffiti. It's too hot to smoke. I am skinny. And, like quality weed in Arizona, giant hearts exploding with freedom and fight are everywhere. Thank you.